Hello and welcome to chapter number 4.2. Here we are actually solving same problem using different ways. Here we are going to use local registries to share our images across all Docker hosts. Before I am going to start this particular lab, I want to clean up the things because in previous lab, we already created online registries and shared image across all the Docker hosts. So let's clean up the things and then we will start. If you look at this here in the manager node, I have this particular image, CloudFolks HUB/demo. In worker node, I have same image as well. So what I am doing, I am going to remove this image from all. So in order to remove this image, we can give command docker rmi and image name. Let me use this command again into the worker node. So now everything is clean, and if you look at this, here I have image on my manager node. Here we don't have this image and we want the same image into this worker nodes as well. But this time we are going to use different way. So now let's start. We are using local registries. Let me close all this. Local registries are self-hosted Docker registries with your own infrastructure. These registries provide control over image storage and management with the added benefit of offline access and reduced dependency on external service. You know, when you are using online registry, you have to depend on any cloud provider, or even you can use Docker Hub. But what if you can create your own registry, and then from this registry you can share the images across all the worker node? Here you have to create registry container that you can create in any of your Docker host. The good news we have is in Docker we have one Docker image that we can use and create Docker repository locally in any container. We are going to use this base image, and we are creating one registry container over here, and then from this container we can share images very easily. You will get better understanding when you will perform labs. So let's start. Introduction. In this section we will provide step-by-step demonstration of how to set up local Docker registry and use it to share Docker images across the nodes into the Swarm cluster. First step here, run the Docker registry container. Now we have to create container over here. So on one of your Docker node, this could be a manager node or dedicated server, run the following command to start Docker registry container. Now look at this command. It is a simple command to create container. See, docker run will create container. It will create container in detachable mode, means in the background. We are going to expose port number 5000. So Docker 5000 port of Docker host will be accessible through the 5000 port TCP 5000 of your container. So if you want to access image from this particular registry, you have to use TCP port 5000. Okay. The Docker container name would be registry. It will restart automatically and it is going to use registry caller 2. This is the image that we have. So you know, in Docker Hub, we have one ready to use image which is going to create our registry container, and we are going to use this. So I am going to copy this command. It is just simple process of creating container using Docker Hub image. So I am going to the manager node. If you look at this here, I don't have any container running. Okay, so I'm going to create this container. Docker run will create container and it will work on a port number 5000. Okay, so let's press enter. It is very simple. Now it will create container automatically. Okay, if I am giving command docker ps, you will find out that this container is actually running. Okay, so we just created container. Now we are going to use this container as a local registry. This command start Docker registry container that listen on port number 5000. Now step 2. Configure Docker to use local registries. Now see, here we have one problem that you need to understand. Since the local registries is not secure by default, you need to configure Docker to allow connections to this insecure registry. This requires modifying the Docker daemon configuration file. See, by default, the image like registry:2 is not actually providing a secure registry. In order to create this secure registry, you have to set up the self-signed certificate and all this. It is very time consuming. So what we are doing, we are just going to change the nature of our Docker environment. We are just saying that, okay, I have one non-secure registry, just use this. Okay, in order to do this, you have to perform this particular action. So you have to open this particular file, sudo vi etc docker daemon. Okay, now keep this in mind that if you don't have this file, okay, you can create this. So if you are going to copy paste this same command, sudo vi/etc docker daemon.json, okay, if you have this file, it will open. If you don't have this file, it will create the new one. Okay, so let me press enter. Now I have this file because of some previous practical, it is there. Now in this, you have to just copy this particular line. I just provided you this line here as well into the mind map. Now, one thing which is the most important part of this, here you have to copy private IP address of your manager host. Okay, because our container is actually on a manager. So here you have to provide private IP. I am also making sure that I am using same IP. You guys can copy and paste it over there. So let's check it out. See, let me close this because now we don't want to use this, right? So let me close all this. See, I am on a manager node. Here it is IP address 172.31.34.30. 172.31.34.30. I am using the same. Okay. Whatever the manager node IP, you have to copy this, you have to paste this. Do not make any mistake over here, because if you will make mistake, it will not allow you to start your Docker service. Okay. Now, once you done this, you can come out of it. Then you can go to the worker node. Same command. In the worker node, you have to provide the same IP. Here you are not going to change IP address because this registry is only accessible by using this IP address of manager node and then port number 5000. So you have to copy this file into the same all three, right? Now once you done this, you have to start and stop your Docker service in order to take effect. So here I am just providing you this command. I do not need to do this because I already done this. Okay, so you just need to restart the Docker service. Now if you are going to restart this service and if you are getting some error, it means you have problem in this daemon.json file. Delete daemon.json file, recreate file without any mistake. If you will make any mistake here, it is not going to work. So please take extra care over here. So now it is done. Now step number 3. Again, take the local Docker image. In the previous chapter 4.1, we also tagged this. And as you know that tagging means providing address of the remote registry. So here we have to perform the same thing. Tagging your Docker image is essential because it specifies the address of the registry where the image will be stored. When you are using local registry, the tag includes the registry address, ensuring that Docker knows where to push the image from. The tag must include the local registry address, and this is a command. Now local registry address, you guys are aware about this. Okay, so let me perform this.
Sorry guys, sorry to disturb you. I know you all are enjoying the session and suddenly it stopped. But if you want full video or if you want full Docker course having 130 plus videos including projects, you can become our community member. Enrollment link is in description. Moreover, we also provide 24/7 support, weekly lifetime live session with Bhavesh Shatara, updates and completion certification as well. Still you have any queries regarding it, you can contact me on my personal number. Thank you.